Today is pretty much a continuation of what we've done the past couple of days. We're going to look at tables. We're going to identify slope and our y-intercept. So what we're looking for is a pattern here. And as I look at my x values, let's see, -3, -4, -5, -6. Looks like it should be -7. So -7. And here, -1 to -4, -4 to -7, -7 to -10. It seems to be going down by 3, so I'm going to go ahead and put in here -13. Okay, and then going this way, -2, -1, 0, 1. There's going 2, 5, it's going up by 3, so I'm going to say 8 and 11. So what we're going to do is we're going to find our vertical change, and put that over our horizontal change. So from here to here is +3, that's vertical. Here to here is +1, so I would do 3 over 1 is 3. So my slope, right, that is m, is 3. My y-intercept, b, is where x equals 0. It equals 8. Or I could put 0, 8 for a coordinate. Okay. Number 2, let's look at this. This is horizontal change. This is vertical change. So I'm going up by 1. So I'm going to put that down here, 1. And from 4 to 2 is -2. So -2 divided by 1 is 2. Okay. A y-intercept. I'm looking for where my x equals 0. And look at this. They've got a 0 in the y trying to fool us. But we need to figure out where x is 0. So I need to go back 1 this way. And so if I made this 0, and this is going from 2 to 4, this would be 6. So I could put in here 0, 6. All right. So when x goes up 2, y goes up 4. Let's see, up 2, up 4. So I can make my fraction as, remember, the vertical change, 4 over 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now my y-intercept, this is interesting. I don't have a 0 right there. So let's think about this. So if it changes just 2 and 1, that's the same as 4 and 2. So if I go back 1, I go to 0, and then I would go back 2 on this one, because it's the same as 2 over 1. Well, what is 2 before 1? It's -1. It's like we could find the value in between here, 7 and 8, or 7 and 9. In between, exactly in between these is 8. And then exactly in between these is, let's see, it's 15. So it goes 1 from 8 to 9 is plus 1, plus 1, and 15 to 17 is plus 2. So 2 over 1, that is still 2. Alright, number 4. We're going plus 2, plus 1. Plus 2, plus 1. So now, remember, the vertical goes over the horizontal. So that's 1 over 2. So that means that if I go back 2 this way, that would take me to 2. I would go back 1 this way, that would be negative 2. Then I would go back 2 this way, and that would take me to 0. Then I would go back 1 from negative 2, and that would give me negative 3. So my y-intercept would be 0, negative 3. On 5, let's look at this. So I go plus 1, minus 1, plus 2, minus 2, plus 3, minus 3, plus 2, minus 2. Now, this is very interesting. What we need to do is we need to see, is negative 1 over 1 the same as negative 2 over 2? Well, negative 1 divided by 1 is negative 1. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is negative 1. And then if we check, negative 3 divided by positive 3 is negative 1. So our slope is negative 1. So that means for this to be 0, 2, 1, 0, we would go 0, 1, 2. So our y-intercept would be 0, 2. Alright, from a graph, I usually find it's easier to find the y-intercept. So on this, to find the y-intercept, I just have to name this point. See, it crosses my y-axis, and what is that point? It's 0, 1, 2, 3, negative 4. 0, negative 4. I could do this one. I could find the y-intercept here. It's where x is 0, and then it's 1, 2, positive 3. 0, 3. And then I could come and find this one. This is the easiest one to find, the y-intercept. So it's 0, and then it's negative 2. 0, negative 2. All I have to do is find the point on the y-axis where the graph crosses and name the point. Alright, slope. Remember, if we start on the left, we go to the point on the right, if it's going down, it's going to be negative. So I can go ahead and write my negative. Now remember, it's vertical change. So if I start here, and I'm going to go to this point, I went down 2, and then how many to the right do I go? Yep. Not sure what's happening with that point. Let's see if we can, there we go. That black line appeared out of nowhere. So then I'm going to go over to here, and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I went over 6. So if I reduce this, negative 2 divided by 6, I can put that in my calculator, hit math, enter, enter. It is negative 1 over 3. Now if I look at this one, I'm going to go from this point on the left to get to the point on the right. I have to go up, so it's going to be positive. So I can start here. I'm going to count how many up do I need to go so I can go over. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up. That's my vertical change. And then over 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8 over 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Now here we have a horizontal line. Remember, a horizontal line, the slope is 0.